X. Final Fantasy X. Trying to think of it. What? Hopefully it's not blocked. Oh, my microphone should be working actually. So we're gonna be playing Final Fantasy, broadcasting gameplay and microphone audio because we'll be playing Final Fantasy X, one of my all-time favorite games. I was back in 2002. I'll double check on that, but then it was back for the PS3, and then about 2-3 years later after that, the Final Fantasy X remastered, HD remastered for PS4 was released. So I actually got both copies of Final Fantasy X HD remastered because this is one of my favorite games to play. So we're gonna go ahead and just push for Final Fantasy X. Now, I am gonna do the normal sphere grid run, and then probably on the next run through, I'm gonna do the expert sphere grid. The difference between the expert sphere grid and the regular sphere grid is that there are less nodes, or on the expert sphere grid, you could take like whatever path you want for all your characters. You don't necessarily have to take like the the speedy type for Tidus. Rather than you can make him your brute force like Auron, and Auron can be one that can be a thief rather than actually Riku being the thief. So you can do so much with the expert sphere grid, but with the normal sphere grid, everybody's going to learn their respective skills and magic, and white magic, black magic, develop their speed, their magic and magic defense, and their strength, their appropriate way for what they're best suited for. So with Final Fantasy X, you can do so much with it later on in the game. So we're just going to go ahead and just jump right into it. And we're going to start a brand new game. So like I was mentioning before, you can actually start with the standard sphere grid, or you can do the expert sphere grid. But for this case, we're going to do the standard sphere grid. And you have selected the standard sphere grid. You cannot switch grids in game. Is this the one you want? Yes, we're going to go ahead with that one. Now, in this, they also added an additional soundtrack for the HD remastered version. You can do the arranged, or you can do original. I think probably for the sake of this playthrough, we're going to go ahead and do original and play the original soundtrack. Yep. And the best thing too about this is that you can actually interchange from soundtrack later in the game as well. So you can interchange from both of them as you want to see best fit. I think probably the best soundtrack is actually track when you first enter Besaid, because I think it's just more soothing. I love the soundtrack to it, and even when you encounter enemies and encounter bosses, the original soundtrack is always the best one. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the intro. About this is that you can actually interchange from soundtrack later. Listen to my story. This may be our last chance. I think that's how it goes. I've played this so much, it's been a long time. I played this so much, but yet I don't remember fully the context of what they say, but for the most part, I think that's what he says.
Listen to my story. This may be our last chance.
Nailed it. Now, also with Final Fantasy X, I won't be able, because this is a live playthrough, so as I'm playing the game, you're going to probably see a lot more encounters in the game rather than actually me being able to cut that out of the video. So you're going to experience along with me a lot of what I am encountering. You can see some of the strategies that I'm implementing in this game, and you know, what I do with all my characters. Now, the one thing I do with every single character in every single battle that I do is that I make sure in this game that everybody gets the same amount of turns, the same amount of attack, and, you know, switching everybody out so everybody gets to be moving along the sphere grid sort of equally. There are going to be some off battles where only certain characters will be able to partake in a certain battle, so yes, that'll take into effect when it comes to the sphere grid, but with that being said, I just like to just make sure everybody is battling equally so that they're also taking part in the sphere grid equally. So we're gonna go ahead and well, this is Titus, or Titus, however you want to pronounce him, and you're going to be taking this character throughout the entire journey. So I'm just moving him around in circles. So let's go ahead and talk to these two girls.
Can I have your autograph?
Of course.
In here you can actually name him whatever you want. And he's the only character that you'll be able to rename anyway, but I'm just gonna stick with the default name, and I'll just go ahead and push confirm.
Good luck tonight!
Nothing to worry about. Oh, if I score a goal, I'll do this. That will mean it was for you, okay? What seat?
Ace block in the front row!
Fifth
from
from
the
the
right!
right.
Got it.
Okay, so we're gonna talk to these three young boys next. They're wanting to learn how to play better at blitzball, or they want him to teach them how to
Alrighty.
blitz.
Me too!
Take it easy. Well, gotta go. Cheer for me.
2, 3...
Hey, I got a game to play.
Well, teach us after.
Teach us after!
Maybe tonight,
You can't tonight.
You can't tonight.
I mean tomorrow.
I mean tomorrow.
You promise?
Promise?
Promise.
It's so sad how I know the entire... Almost, I can pretty much bank that I could actually recite a good portion of this game. That's how much I've played this game. And I guess in a way that kind of sounds sad. I don't know if you see on that wall, but that's Titus's father. His good-for-nothing father, I guess you could say. In this game, you're going to learn why he despises him so much and why he hates him so much. And, yeah, you're just going to see. You're just going to see how much he resents his father.
I was in a coffee shop running away from home when I heard the news. Our hero, checked, gone, vanished into thin air. My dad must have been his biggest fan. I knew how sad he'd be. Heck, we all were that day. Zanar, I says to myself, what are you thinking? I went running straight back home. We sat up talking about Jack all night. My dad and I never...
Make way, make way! Coming through, sorry. Hey, I'm gonna be late. Hey, let go of me.
And Blitzball begins. Here's our first official cutscene. Oh, and keep in mind, this particular soundtrack, you're going to hear it once more at the end of the game. The final boss. Well, second to last. So just a little spoiler alert. And that's Auron. You'll learn how he actually comes to actually be the guardian of Tidus later in the game as to why he took up that responsibility. And here is where the mess begins. Alright, so enough about that. We are now officially going to get into the game, and you're going to learn some of the battling tactics within this game. And the first thing you're going to come across is Auron.
What are you doing here?
I was waiting for you.
What are you talking about?
Here we go. So it begins. Don't cry. Right here, it's gonna freeze. Wait. There we go.
Huh?
Or it begins.
It begins.
What?
Don't cry.
That's kind of creepy.
What the? Huh? Hey, wait! Hey, not this way.
Look.
I think they're called synth scales, but I'm not entirely sure. We'll check the name right now.
We
Call it Sin.
Sin?
Alright, with these creatures you could just literally just bash through them. Hopefully we won't need to be using any potions of any sort. So we can save those for later fights. But don't be afraid to actually use a potion if you think that your
My old man?
if you think that your health is going to be going down.
I hope you know how to use it.
Here we go.
These ones don't matter. We cut through.
Okay. Oh yeah, they're called Sin Scale. Okay. So we'll go ahead and just cut through. You won't gain any particular AP from this, so it's just basic. And don't worry about the monsters in the back, just focus always on the front.
Don't bother going after all of them. Cut the ones that matter and run.
Okay, let's see. So we cut through there. So this next particular fight is going to be the Sin Spawn. Now, with the Sin Spawn, the only attack that it's going to use on you is Demi, which cuts a fourth of your HP, of your whole entire party's HP, which is not a real threat because it's only doing Demi, but you want to, you know, if you die in this, then I don't know. Here's where we're gonna see one of Auron's overdrives. His first overdrive. He has 4 overdrives in general.
Get out of my town!
Some can't wait to die.
I usually mess up on his overdrives, but hopefully this time we won't. So to access the overdrive, you're gonna push the left button or the left directional button on your directional pad, and you're gonna go to his overdrive, which is Bushido. So he like I said, he knows 4 overdrives, but I'll show you exactly how to grab all 4 of his overdrives. But right now he only knows the Dragon Fang, and we're gonna activate that right now. So the first one is fairly easy to remember. So, oh, we have 10 potions and 3 Phoenix Downs. Like I said, we won't really be needing the potions as of right now. So we're just going to go ahead and attack. And I'll explain why. Right now you don't want to use his overdrive. It's not necessary as of yet. See, like I said, it only knows the attack Demi. If it were to have learned any other attack, then, or if used any other attack, then pretty much we would be using potions, but right now we don't have to. Okay, that last attack did it, so that's good. Okay, so I don't know if you notice here, but we're gonna go ahead and, well, save. But here is the travel sphere, save sphere to level 1. So basically just by tapping that, if I push cancel, well, his HP actually goes back to full health. So by just tapping there, you could just cancel, and your whole entire party has just been completely healed. But for this sake, we're gonna also save. And we're going to do a new data. Do you want to save? Yes. So it just stopped the broadcast for a brief moment, but we're going to go back into it right now. There we go. So here we're just going to be attacking more
What are you
synth
laughing
scale.
at, old man? Lauren, let's
But-
get out of here.
We're expected.
There's a little
Huh?
little tactic that we'll be
Give
utilizing
me a
right now.
break, man.
Oh, by the way, have Titus do his overdrive 20 times to learn his next overdrive. I can't remember the name exactly, but we'll be doing at least 20 overdrives with him to learn his new attack. See, it sucks because every time you kill one of the synth skills, they just keep reviving, or a new one just comes in its place. See, when its wings start to flicker, that means its attack is starting to go up, and it's going to use its spine attack. See?
This could be bad. That! Knock it down.
What?
Trust me, you'll see.
So we'll go ahead and just do as he says. We're just going to knock it down. I think it takes about 5 hits, so we have one more hit to go, I think. Dang, dude. Really? Alright, thank God. I was about to die. That was so gnarly, I can't believe that. Oh God.
Go.
What are you waiting for, dude? Go! Well, I'll be...
Lauren!
You sure?
Lauren!
So what's happening right now is that he's being teleported into 1,000 years into the future. You're gonna learn more about what's happening with Sin and
This is it.
what's happened into 1,000 years into the future, and what's basically left with. This is Xanarkand now, but you're gonna see what Xanarkand looks like in the future, basically.
It all begins here.
That scene right there was always freaky to me. Like I got scared one time when I first saw that.
Hey.
Hey,
Hey!
My old
old man. Alright, so we're just gonna go ahead and go down, and we're gonna go, let me see, over here. I've thought about a lot of
I
things.
thought about a lot of things. Like
Where I was, what I got myself into.
I started to feel lightheaded, and then sleepy. I think I had a dream of being alone. I wanted someone, anyone beside me. so I didn't have to feel alone anymore.
I'm just gonna find an area, a save sphere, just so I can just tap in and just replenish my health rather than saving there, because I don't think it's necessary to save at this point right now anyway, until we get into one of the like
Anybody there?
later fights.
Aaron! Hey!
Okay, so we're gonna explore every bit of this area so we can find as much items as we can, just so that, you know, every bit of this entire area gets searched up and we find everything that we can. So we're gonna go up this stairs here, and I think we're gonna find our first Albert primer in this area. No, it's the compilation of the Albert primers. So we'll go ahead and just do that. We'll do no for now. Okay. We're gonna open up this chest and we're going to receive 2 potions. We're gonna go all the way to the left over here. I think this is where we can find our first Albert primer. Am I able to go up here? Yeah.
What do we have here? Nope. Can't read it.
Wait, where is it? I thought the first one would be here somewhere. Oh, well, we got 200 gil. Okay, so let me see here. Okay. Well, we'll just go up ahead for now. I thought one of the Albert primers would be there, but apparently it's not, so I guess in a way I kind of lied, I think. But forgive me on that one. Alright, so this is considered Baj Temple that we're about to enter, and we'll be revisiting this one later into the game, but for right now this is just like a brief visit. We're gonna go over here and we're gonna find another chest, I think. So we'll take this path down, and I think this is another, yes, there we go. And this one's a high potion. High potions will be very, very useful later into the game. The more you build up your character's strength and HP and all that stuff. And here we're going to find 3 fishes here that we're going to have to destroy. Alright. Here we go. So what are they called? Sahajin? I don't know how to pronounce that name. But we're just going to go ahead and just take them out. That one missed, and well, that one got its attack in. So we're just gonna go ahead and just, like I said, we're just gonna just destroy them. But see, we destroyed 2 out of the 3, and then this one just triggered a cutscene for the main boss. Now, this one will not kill you. We will meet this same boss later into the game, where it will kill you if you don't know how to prepare yourself strategically with this boss. But the only attack that it will do on you will just cut your HP by half every time. So just hit it as much as you can to trigger the next cutscene. But like I said, don't go all out here because it's practically impossible. It's very impossible to actually destroy this creature. See, it only does 30 HP. This one in particular has about, I think, like 34,000 HP. But see, it cuts your HP by half. And this is the next cutscene that has been triggered. This was one of the scenes that got me cringing a little bit. Like trying to get away from the creature and almost being swallowed up. See, actually he just gets stuck inside Baj Temple.
I had made it out of the frying pan and into the freezer. I thought I was gonna die in this place.
Okay. So we're okay right now. Let's go find a save sphere so we can replenish our health.
Need fire.
So as we examine here, we need the flint and tinder. I think that's what it's called, so that we can start a fire. So where is the save sphere at? So we'll just go ahead and smash this save sphere, or the save sphere, so we can replenish our health. And then we're gonna go and take... Oh, I don't think we can take this, can we? Nope. We'll take this here. Then we'll go up here. And we'll just grab the flint. Or, the tinder. Which is basically a withered bouquet. Okay, for real. Okay, another high potion. Alright. Let's go here now. Wait, did I just go back? I think I just did. Well, what the heck? Alright, I think we're going the right way now. Okay, let's examine it. I think that's the flint. There we go. And I think we're gonna go ahead and save right here. And then we're gonna go ahead and get the fire started.
I need food. What do you want?
It was a bad call. Your team lost because of you.
You came to say that?
It's been 10 years. I thought you'd be crying.
Who, me?
You cried.
Basically, Auron's just roasting Tidus. That's kind of like the sarcasm that Auron carries with him throughout the entire game. So you're gonna get a lot of that coming from him. Oh, there goes the next boss fight. And those creatures, actually, the next creature that we're about to fight is going to become common in the game later.
Don't go out on me! Just hold on. I'll get more wood.
Oh my god. He's going fast. Alright, so again, there is this, except I think I will use the swordplay. Yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. You want to get it into the middle. Oh, okay. Oh, jeez, come on. If I would have just gotten it in the middle a little bit, then it would have actually done more damage. Just keep attacking. Here comes, I guess, interruption. 3, 2, 1. Boom! What seems to be your aid could also be your enemy. You'll see that in a minute. I won't reveal the name until after she reveals herself.
On my side? Cool.
So we'll go ahead and use a grenade. And this particular character knows the skill Steal, which allows you to steal any item from the enemy if they have it. And sometimes, as you steal items from the enemy, sometimes you get lucky and you'll get a particular item of a higher rarity. Usually I just like to continue to steal because sometimes you can steal more items. Actually, we'll go ahead and use an item. We'll use a potion. I think we should be good. We'll go ahead and block, and then we'll actually use a grenade. Alright, we got Titus that was able to gain 1 sphere level and also gain 2 ability spheres. Now, you want to be able to farm for ability spheres early in the game because later on, or earlier in the game, because they become more common later, and you would want those ability spheres
close.
because you're going to learn a lot of skills early in the game.
Hey, let me go.
Redek Drak! Ifin, Irisa, Tekiaka!
Sven!
Bog, Edeku! Kemed?
Fed! Trivitek Risa!
Ralnia, Drakisha Dave.
Ifun Petit! Fapuneket Fedrik!
Kuno.
Kuno.
Means sorry. I think after this particular scene, I think I'm going to go ahead and call it a night. And then I'll pick it up tomorrow.
Ked, the Daja!
They're actually considered
Hey,
Albed.
that hurts.
Osujek, Rain?
They think it's a fiend.
Okay.
Like a monster, basically.
Canis!
Yeah,
Right,
okay.
whatever.
Whatever.
Tuli Hood Kabeg?
I said I don't understand.
Akomala!
Fed! He said you can stay if you make yourself useful.
You understand me? All right, I'll work.
Alright, so let's talk to these guys. Sujai.
Sujait! Kadufun et Setedamo!
Oh, this is where you find the first Albed Primer. Volume 1. You learn the letter A, which is Y. And we're going to go ahead and just save it right here, and we're going to call it a night. And I'll go ahead and pick it up tomorrow, probably tomorrow evening. And we're going to adventure on into more of this story. So we'll see you guys next time.